up, y'all? It seems like y'all so far away. I got the camera so far back. I might need to pull it closer. I feel like lost from y'all.
Hello, everybody. This
Hey,
is
y'all know what it is. And the real boogie teller.
We were.
How's everybody doing?
We're getting started. We were waiting on our guests. And how you doing, Timmy? Hi, Flames. Thank you for tuning in. We are giving our guest the benefit of the doubt, but he hasn't showed up yet. So
He had some kind of car trouble.
yeah, so we're gonna go ahead on his name. His name is Gutter Lane, and he's an infusion chef. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started today. This is the weekend. How you doing? Thank you for joining. And we're gonna go ahead and get started today, so we can talk about infusion a little bit before our guest comes to be arrived. And if not, we'll have to set up another time.
Right, sometimes things happen. So, but we're still going on with what we do. And what we do is we just talk about our topics of today's life and all kinds of things like that, what motivates us and moves us. But before we get started, I want to make sure y'all know to go get your copy of Dolores. This is Queen Gigi's book that she wrote, and she also autographed it for me. So make sure that y'all go get yourself a copy of Dolores. It's out on Amazon and all publishing sites. So make sure that y'all go do that. That's so important because, you know, we put our lives in our stories and whatnot, and we expect y'all to read them now.
yeah, go ahead and get a copy. And also, there's another book, Jobleen, Jobleen, and it's about a mother who was on drugs, and she had a daughter that was defiant. And you can read the book and see how their lives balance out into the goodness of everything. And also The Wailing Alien, which is about an alien that visited Earth and landed on a lady's farm. Her granddaughter, her adopted granddaughter.
Right.
They helped to find out some secrets about the alien. Also, Church Clicks, Passion Lane by Michelle Moore. You can find it on Amazon.com. Arthur Mason's Illusion and The Lord's Prayer, Amazon.com. Michelle Moore, again, I said Church Clicks and Passion Lane, also on Amazon.com. We want to give a shout out, to Timmy Tope. How you doing? He's our music guy, music manager. So how you doing, Timmy? Thank you for joining in as always, and thank you for your love and
all your support and your music and everything like that, which will start playing in the backgrounds and things like that. So just be prepared for all of those good things that's happening. Exactly. I'm moving around a lot because so much is happening right now.
Yeah, and you'll be able to, like I said, you'll be able to find the author's books on Amazon.com.
Got to pull my little curtain down.
We are wait because we were trying to give the benefit of the doubt to our guests, but obviously he's caught in traffic. And again, his name is Gutter Lane, and he's also an infusion chef. He's from California, and his podcast is Late Night Munchies. So we don't know exactly what are some of the diets he has, to show us for today.
Right. But we're still going to go on with our show. We always have our fun facts that you have that's listed. So what's our fun facts for today?
Our fun facts today are standing up. It's called Standing Up is a Sitting Disease. And we're going to give the credits to Nicole Pager. Now, there are 6 sneaky ways that you can move your butt, instead of sitting down all day. And those are, getting through exercise as much as possible.
Oh, you can go ahead. I have to put my glasses on. Exercise as much as possible.
And if you're sitting on your butt, don't sit still. Turn some music on and move around so you can be active. There's music that you can dance to. I like to dance to Afro beats when I'm sitting around when my butt is just sitting around.
Yeah, when you're just sitting around, get a little move on, get a little groove on.
Move around, look at also do the hand
Right.
weights and everything. Gives you an exercise
And
for your heart.
exercise and stuff.
And you'll be able to get around like that.
Right, and activate your social life. If you're home all the time, just make sure that you have a few good friends that's around and activate your social life. And I'm gonna step away one more time because our guest has just arrived.
And
so we're just gonna keep it moving and rolling at the same time, y'all.
Exactly. You can also go analog. When you're going analog, I mean that instead of texting someone, get up and go visit them. Get up and drive your car and go visit them. And let them know that you have email in person. That means that you're showing up and that you're doing everything that you need to do. Our guest is about to arrive. He's coming in now. So again.
Hey, how you doing? How's it going? All right.
His name
Had a
is
little mishap.
That's okay. Just slide on in and you in the middle.
Alright.
Just go on in. And that's you in the middle. And all right, y'all. Woo! We had just got started. And we was so we had just got started and we can stop and restart. No, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna set up real quick.
This is our guest, ladies.
Yeah, he's gonna join us in a few moments, but he's here, y'all, and we're gonna find out about infused foods and all kind of good stuff. And but we're gonna keep it rolling whilst all of that is going on. We was talking about sheer fitness.
Right.
If you're sitting down and you're just lazy and you're on your bed, or not even lazy all the time. Sometimes you just got things where you can't move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you do like this: arm exercises, 1, 2, 1. Some stuff like that, some knee lifts and stuff like that, to keep yourself active and to keep your heart running and moving. Get up and walk to the mailbox, with chair couches, sofa couches, chair pillows.
And the glute moves. You can squeeze your butt while you're sitting in the chair. You can listen to some music. And get toned up. Just don't sit there and have a sitting disease day.
A sitting disease day. We don't want that, because when we just get stuck, sometimes we just get stuck in the rut. Stuck in the rut, y'all. Stuck in the rut. And it just makes us just not be able to move. And we get depression in our minds and things like that. So when you're feeling that type of way, just go out and breathe some fresh air.
Be a self-motivator.
Exactly. Write your thoughts down on the journal. Start journaling. Start doing things that's going to keep you active. Go get a puzzle. I used to do that. I used to get puzzles. My oldest son's grandmother, she was always putting together puzzles. And I got into that. And that's really relaxing when you're finding 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 pieces. But in the end, I used to shellac them and make them like big pictures on the wall and stuff like that. But it kept you active because you had to reach over to put a piece in. And, each reach is a move. Each reach is a strengthening that you're doing to keep yourself going. So we're not professionals, but these are our professional opinion.
And you can do self-motivations and everything like that. But if you need a professional opinion about something, you can check me out on Positive Connections Christian Coach.
Exactly.
You can find me on blogger.com, and you can also find me on Queen Gigi1015 right here on Instagram, Gigi Adams on Facebook, and Black Diamond Magazine. So let us know if you need some counseling.
Exactly, some counseling, and nothing that you talk about is ever discussed on the show.
Exactly.
And sometimes you may tell somebody something, and then next thing you know, when you hear it, it's not because somebody said your business. It's just sometimes a vibe. And everybody's on that same thing. Because like a little while ago, we both was like just sitting here like, oh, girl, if the day got any longer, I had a headache, an instant headache popped up. I did my hair today, y'all like it, what? And I was just sitting here just going through the motions. And I guess it's another seasoning changing, because time is changing, seasoning is changing. Just like the weather. So if you're a person that has allergies and all kind of things like that. Make sure you stay in tune with your body and your health, because as the weather changes, things start happening.
And you change with the
And you change with the weather, you know, and age too, you know. I never had allergies before until now that I got older. All of a sudden I'm sneezing, I'm carrying on, but my children has, you know, sinuses and stuff like that. I thought it escaped me, but it does catch up.
It does catch up, and today is one of those dreary days here in the ATL, so it's cloudy, it's raining, it's hot. Our air quality is not that great.
It does what it wants sometimes.
If you are suffering with COPD or some other lung problems like asthma for myself, it's kind of hard to breathe at times.
Right.
You know, we just cope with it and keep going,
And
because
just
I'm
keep
always
it moving.
on the move. Always
Yeah,
on the
you know, I'm always on the move. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
But
and having the sitting disease, like I said, you can just get up and you can move around, you can move your arms,
and do all kinds of stuff
do all
like that,
kinds of
and just keep it happening and keep it moving and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
your heart healthiness is important to us, because our heart healthiness is important, and as we know different facts, we want to share like what we know. You know what I'm saying? We want to share and do things like that. So another fun fact I want to tell y'all: did y'all know Betty Boop is black?
Yes, she is. She's black.
I'm gonna find out and do some more research on her, but I found out that Betty Boop is black. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful black woman, and of course, through times in life, of course, they didn't let it come out like that. But there's like a lot of pages and sites now that show you that Betty Boop is black.
She's black, and with her poop poop. She was very famous.
All right.
And, you know, Betty Boop, the T-shirts and everything, they have black faces on the Betty Boops. Now, our guest is finally here.
All right, yay!
And welcome to the show. Welcome to Coonsville, sir.
Pleasure to be here. Most definitely. Thank you guys for having me in. Most definitely.
All right, and y'all can check him out on Tuesdays, Late Night Munchies. He has a podcast that he does, like Gigi was saying earlier, but which he does do, and he just does a lot of food things. He's worldwide. He travels. He's gonna tell us his side of the story.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So what do you do actually?
Well, first of all, foremost, I'd like to give a thanks and a praise to y'all for inviting me. You know what I mean? I always, when I'm on social media and the things that I do, first thing I notice is the people that pays attention to me. And I love to give homage to you, first and foremost, Miss Booby, for always tapping in with Late Night Munchies and, you know, giving me thumbs up, love, hearts, and following and all that good stuff. So, and saying that to say, Miss Booby has been watching me for a very long time in my creations of what I do as far as my infused food. My platform is mainly about cannabis butter and how I incorporate it with my dishes and my food. I make my own cannabis butter, and one thing I noticed because I am a heavy toker, and one thing I noticed is, like, you know, when you're smoking around certain people, or even women in general, you know, they don't like to tend to smoke with blunts or cigar papers or what may not, to where, because the aroma might get in their clothes, or if you have a high profile job that you don't want to everybody to know your business exactly at home. So I figured, I was like, how can I incorporate something to where that doesn't affect people in not wanting to smoke or be bothered by the smell or the content. So I said, let me try putting this in my food, and how would that work? In addition to that, by me researching and finding out how can I incorporate that with my meals, I've learned that it is also a good intake as far as helping with certain diseases, certain bacterial problems, certain immune system problems that you have internally. And by you eating that, as well as incorporating that with your food, it also helps in that notation as well. For us people having anxiety, depression, major pains. I found out that once I've done this and people got to taste my food, they said, man, I thought I was going to be really hungover or super faded and knocked out. But one thing I did notice is that was the best sleep that I have had in a long time. Also,
tonight, then.
Indeed.
Right.
Also, you know, people say that, you know, they may have a certain headache by them drinking or hangover, whatnot. They eat my food. They say I don't have a hangover the next morning. I can get up on time, feel jubilant. You know,
still look vibrant and stuff like that.
All those things make it effective to where your internal system has a whole different body effect versus you know, you smoking. Some people don't even know what strands they intake. You know, from indica, hybrid, sativa, exactly.
Let me ask you a question.
Most definitely.
What about people that take medication? So your infused foods, how would that work with their medication? Would it clash or something?
It would not. And for a great testimony, I have a customer she's, I believe, I don't want to estimate her age because she's well over 65. And she was telling me before she got a chance to take my food or eat my food, she was taking Vicodin, she was taking heavy painkillers because it was hard for her to get up in the morning and walk.
Get it together,
Exactly. She told me when she started to eat my food, she didn't have to take her pain medicine. She said it was more easy for her to wake up in the morning and not feel that pain. Being able to be mobile. And what really almost brought me to tears is because I seen it with my own eyes.
The difference in
because I've seen her walking with a cane one day. A few days later, after eating my product, she's walking up and down the street with her daughter getting exercise with no cane.
And stuff like that. And I think, you know what, with that, where weed, cannabis, and all of that is a healthy thing to some people who can system handle it. So that doesn't mean everybody run out and start putting weed in your food and start eating it. Some people might have to go to a doctor or whatever is your route of doing it. But it's not always just for getting high, because you know over the years we heard that when people get glaucoma and stuff like that, they're advised to smoke weed. It's just that the non-weed smokers, or people to me who used to smoke and can't smoke no more, they have issues with people who still can. Oh, you're 60 and you still smoking? Yeah, for that same reason that you just said, because I was one of those people taking 1,000 pills for my blood pressure. The doctor said, he really said wine. And I did the wine, but I did the weed. And I'm relaxed.
Let me ask,
go ahead.
Are there different types of cannabis?
Exactly. I was getting to that. But before I get to that, I'm going to talk to you about the wine. Wine is also good for you, and it also can be bad for you as well. Is because it has a high content of sugar in there. So if you have a problem with sugar diabetes, that's not good for you. So you have to know and decipher which wine is good for you. It's more of
just sitting there drunk all day.
Purpose not to drink red wine, because red wine is the highest content of sugar. Exactly. Red wine is great. I use it to cook with my food, especially beef, because it breaks down your beef, and it also is good for you in your immune system to break it down and cleanse as well.
But doesn't red wine, I'm sorry, but doesn't red wine have, flavonoids or something?
Whatever they say.
Exactly.
Is that with the sugar wine or is that with the flat?
We're not doctors, y'all. This is our own personal thing, because we're not professional doctors, but we have professional opinions.
And not only that, but I'll tell anybody, you know, you can believe my facts, you can believe anybody else's facts, but do the research for yourself.
Exactly.
You do the research for yourself, and knowledge is born, because that way you can't deny it, because you read it, you seen it, and you took the intake for yourself, and now you have the knowledge. Don't be ignorant to power.
Right. Just dump a whole pound of weed and think I'm gonna be all right.
Right.
So how long
And that's
have you been
another.
doing this?
I've been doing this, it's going on for about 10 years now. I started my podcast. This will be my sixth season, excuse me. Started right before the pandemic, and just have been keep going forward and moving forward.
Keep moving and stuff.
Most definitely.
That's good and whatnot. And you also work, like I know I came over by the job one time. You was down there by the country club.
Correct.
Out there doing. So what be happening over there when you're out there working? What are you doing? Events?
Most definitely. I have a variety of events, or like I do private parties. I do 60 anniversaries. I've done events for police station, sheriff station. I've done events, golf events for different corporate companies. You know, different sponsors. And it's not limited to what I do as far as my infused food. That's my personal company and what I do as far as late night munchies. But I cater to any and everyone, whether it's Italian, whether it's Afrocentric.
Worldwide chef.
Most definitely, I can put my hands on it.
So you have a mobile menu, right?
I create as we go, and it's upon the people that I'm serving. You know, I want to give you the best, as well as you being satisfied with the quality and the presentation that I give you. So if there is anything that's off the wall that you may have, because I'm a person that loves to step out of the box. My food is like an artistic form to me, you know, and I put all my love into it and excitement. So whenever you're eating, it's not just a plain dish or a plain meal.
It's love. There's love flowing through your body.
Saying that to say, I brought my ladies a beautiful dish today. My shrimp special Alfredo with infused cannabis butter in there as well.
I need to go get it for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't.
This one, okay. You can't eat shrimp. Oh, it's all right. But since you can't eat shrimp, see, and I'm always thinking conscious for people of that nature, I also have some Parmesan wings for you. How about that? And it's all cannabis infused. And I'm going to let y'all indulge into some of this good stuff right here and tell me how you like it. For anybody that would love to participate or indulge in some of these good meals, you can always DM me. And I have a twin brother, goes by the name of Tony Dickens, my explicit, exactly Gemini twin.
So you had a birthday then?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Give them your direct message.
Most definitely. You can reach me on my IG DM page at Gutter Lane, GUTTAHLANE. That's Gutter Lane. And the reason why that is because I'm from the carpool to the gutter lane.
All right
if
now.
don't make dollars, it's all nonsense. Tap in for sure.
Tap
Boy,
in,
it's always lit. Believe it. You can always reach me anytime. For sure. And I'll pull up on you like I did today with my beautiful queens right here. And what? Cougarville. I say, yeah, I had to make this. Usually it's my brother, Tony Dickens. He loves the women. He's the women finesse. So it's usually him stepping in the scene. But once we got that text and I seen him look over his shoulder, see, I said Cougarville. I said, oh, I gotta go there. Gutter Lane gotta pull up to that one.
All right.
That's the point that Cougarville_USA. We don't chase guys. We chase our dreams, dreams, and aspirations.
There it is.
So this is good.
And that's Parmesan, my deep fried Parmesan chicken.
Okay. And everything is infused, y'all.
And that's
so
all infused.
we're gonna be feeling quite
My
lovely
cannabis
later.
butter. So
Now tell us about the cannabis.
And how
this
do
is
you
my
make butter?
cannabis butter, and you was asking a question earlier about the difference of the intake of what you can have and what you can't have. And
Right.
like I was saying before, like a lot of people today, you know, especially our youngsters, they smoke, they want that loud, they want that gas, but they never really know exactly what type of strand that is or what you're intaking. So just off of the conception of gas and loud, usually that is more of an indica base. An indica base strand is a headbanger or more of a higher body high than a more of your whole body relaxation high. A more of a relaxation high for your total body feeling would be like a sativa. A lot of the women love sativa flavors, either a hybrid or sativa, because it doesn't have you headbanging like you stuck in a couch and you can't move.
Can't move or
do
whatnot.
nothing.
You're stuck,
You
your
know,
eyes roll back,
right,
you know.
right.
You've been watching the same show for 7 hours.
There you go.
Your wake up is the next day.
You had
don't know what
plans to
happened,
do
right?
something,
And it
but you
never
say I'm gonna do it
happened.
tomorrow.
I'm going to ask you to explain what is it, headbanger?
Yes. It's more of it when you smoke it, it hits you more in the brain membrane,
Just suck it off
in the
the
upper
bone,
body
sorry.
aspect, to where it's like, you know, you get that head feeling to where you're like, okay. Sativa is more like a exotic, fruitful flavor. 9 times out of 10, you get across of that soothing feeling to where it just relaxes you, to where you really don't think that you're high because you can maneuver and still be about. But yeah, that feeling is there.
So sativa is the name of the infusion?
It's a strain. That's the cannabis weed or hemp that you have. It would be the strain.
I'm having a good time over here,
Yeah,
y'all.
gotta get on the phone, girl. Most definitely. And then you have a hybrid combination of the two. One may be stronger than the other. You might have a sativa and a indica, but the indica base may be more of a higher percentage.
So is the sativa grown like in a hydroponic kind of state, or is it in the ground, or what?
You have all type of different ways. Yes, you can. The way that you said it, you can indoors, outdoors.
I must have been hungry or something, or it's the butter. I'm a butter fiend. I put butter in every damn thing that I do. I never want,
It's just like, oh.
I tell you, it's great.
I'm not eating very much.
That's what I'm sorry, I gotta,
Get it,
lift your
girl.
finger up,
Get it,
y'all.
girl. Tell him. It's the late night bunches.
If I thought he
We
was
gonna
playing
take you
before,
there.
This is
So,
it.
with-
On point, y'all. Not
with
butter dripping off my face,
with your
licking my
chicken.
fingers,
I'm
touching chicken
so
bone.
Yeah, with your chicken,
Yes,
is it a sauce that you pour over it, or it's because I don't know anything about
Go ahead.
drugs, stuff.
So this
Let me
is
ask you.
this is how my cannabis butter looks.
Okay. I wouldn't say drugs. I don't mean it like that. Glazes your
So
nose.
after I do everything far as decarbonating it from drying it out and giving it the potence that it needs.
Right,
After I do that, and I use unsalted butter, soft. Combine those together.
Right.
Let that cook down for 8 hours. And once it cooked down, it gives it the pure potency and strips all the THC into a liquid form with the butter. And then once I do that, I pour it into a ice tray and freeze it, and it comes out like this. That is all cannabis butter right there.
So what would you use the whole block?
No.
Use, or would you just like take a
Now you talk about
off?
wake up? You would not.
So you want to get up the next day.
So most definitely, I and this is one of the reasons why I freeze it like this is because I can use it in proportions.
Right.
I can cut it in a certain amount, weigh it up, and know how many milligrams that I'm putting
like
into my sauce. Like you were speaking of. Now I would cut a proportion of this and braise my sauce and put my butter in there and then put it over your chicken wings if you have it that way.
Okay, Booby was telling me that you're worldwide. So how can people get in touch with, from coast to coast? Are you ATL only or just everywhere?
Like she said, I'm worldwide.
So you
I
get
just
up and
came
go
back
to other
from
people's
Las
places.
Vegas.
Okay.
Actually tomorrow I will be going to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and doing a birthday dinner there. So it doesn't matter, like I said, from the carpool to the gutter lane, if it don't make dollars, it's all nonsense.
All right,
Let's negotiate the deal and we can make it happen.
I'm
And,
full. I'm so busy eating and wiping butter and everything.
Too many is never enough for me,
That
so
was
if you come
great.
with 100, 150, 200, I can make it happen for all.
Right,
It's
right.
not big or small.
All
We
right,
gotta
and
take
we
a
sure
break.
do appreciate him coming through and everything and talking about the food and bringing us the samples. Those things. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm gonna really get down after they roll. I think I'm gonna kick in and kicked in because I
That's right, Ash.
I had it earlier, but now I'm a little bit lively because I gotta drive home.
So I know my
She gotta bring hers with her, but I'm home already.
Let's say that you're watching Cougar Hill _ USA. This is Queen Gigi 1015, Booby Taylor.
Yeah.
And our guest today is Gunner Lane.
He
He is a mobile chef. He travels all over the world. He's worldwide. He's well known. And also,
She did have a bite of that wing. You hear it?
So it creeps.
Creep,
also he has a podcast, Late Night Munchies. So you guys check him out on his direct message. And we want to give shout outs to everybody who's tuning in. We really thank you. And even though we started late, we're here now.
And we're here
And
now.
this is delicious.
And he also did a lot of research and he has a lot of knowledge about cooking and putting it all together at the same time. So if infused foods is something that you want to try, you want to have a part of, make sure you get Gunner Lane to do it for you. Because I tried to make butter one time and oh Lord, it was like a process. I was just doing it all day. I was squeezing weed and this, that.
Oh,
It finally came out like 12 hours later, but I don't know if I did it
It's a
right. I didn't
process.
have the right proportion. I just threw the weed
It's
in
a
and the butter. So he's an expert. He's actually an expert at what he do. So don't just try it on your own. Get some fun facts. Get the real facts, the information from Gunner Lane. You can look him up on Facebook, Instagram, all media platforms and social sites, and check out his podcast on Tuesday nights. So with the podcast, what do you talk about on your podcast? Is it about the food and is it just general subjects with everybody?
It's like I said, the platform is the basis of inform people about the strand of the day that I'm using when I incorporate it in my food, and also to give you the informative to let you know the good deeds that it does for you, let you know where it comes from, what type of strand it is, the percentage and the value of the THC that's in there. Also, the statistic value of how many people that it has helped as far as depression, anxiety, as well as pain. And from there, it's infotainment. You know, you got to keep the people in tune.
Right.
So I also have different segments in my show. One called Pillow Talk, which is something that's dealing with different relationship vibes. You know what I'm talking about. And then we have Homie Court. You know, Homie Court is something when, you know, like, say, for instance, what these things Trump is out there doing. You taking him to homie court. You know, and I got my women with me, so we gonna rap pack. Who got big. That part on the 2025.
All right.
For sure.
Kamala.
That's right.
Make sure y'all get out there and vote. It's so important to vote this year. If you ain't ever voted before in your life, make sure that you get out there and vote on your best decision and what you know is right. You see what one side is doing, then the other side is doing that. And my thing with, like, even with the people who are, we don't really do a lot of political talks without facts and whatnot. But the thing with me is that when all these people go out to get this dude elected, he's not going to go through the voters and say, oh, but this one voted for me, they good, that one didn't. You know, when he comes down with the whammy, it doesn't matter if you voted for him or not. You're going to be part of the whammy.
I've got to say something. One of my friends texted me last night, and she said, when you go to vote, make sure that you look at your ballots, because if someone takes it before they drop it in the box and they write on it, DR whatever, star whatever they put on that box, on your ballot, do not insert that, do not give that to them. Ask for a new ballot.
Right.
Because of the fact that the demon probably has already put out his words for people to do that, so you can be rejected. Your vote won't count.
It won't count. So make sure y'all be very mindful and wiseful when y'all go out there to the polls. And make sure you be very careful and whatnot, because we know like a lot of nonsense is happening.
Get you some of this right here.
And get y'all, that's what y'all need. Some of this infused food to settle your nerves down and keep yourself straight.
Just a little something on what these ladies said is, most definitely when you do go out there and vote, for surety, make sure that you're reading everything in direct and detail, because they do have, trust me, some schemes and some scams, whether it's on the left side or the right side, to pull you in to where they want you to vote on their side. So be careful and very, very patient in reading everything in detail. Last but not least, a lot of people are confused on who they want to vote for and who they should vote for, whether it's Camilla or whether it's for Trump. I say, regardless of the fact, please vote, whether you do not like either or. But the main thing is vote for your Congress and your council that's in your community, who represents you in your surrounding circle. Because if you do not, that money, that budget, that's for your community, you're limited from that. And you do not have a say-so. So don't be on the sideline complaining, crying, weeping, talking trash, because you didn't vote for that council person that represents your city and represents your community. Because that's the one that passes the vote and the delegate to make the president sign and pass for what you need in your community. That goes for your kids. That goes for you and your job, working your 9 to 5, to where if you want that pension, if you want that legal aid of your survival on life in your community, check your council.
Make sure you do that.
And your Congress.
And that's so important. Yeah, that's so important, because people feel like I'm not going to vote for the president, you know, but like you said, make sure you go vote for those other people, the Congress, the councils, all of those people that help take care of the cities, that can get the potholes and stuff like that. So we're all just concentrated on those two. You know, so
Exactly.
we forget about those because we already made up our mind. I ain't gonna go for drums, and that'll keep you home. But y'all check it out, y'all. He's got so much information and knowledge, and
it doesn't really matter about your choice of voting is your choice. But we fought so long to have our rights to vote. So you have that choice to vote, like he said, like Ruby said. But make sure that you listen to them speak. Make sure that you know exactly what they're talking about, because one of the candidates doesn't know anything about anything. You know, I'm not going to call any names. I think you already know. I'm not a likable person for that other person. I'm not going to call a name. But when you're out there jabbing and you're telling lies on people and you're giving misinformation, you're not talked about in the news, you know. But the person that's right on the next side of you, every little thing that they do, they're complaining about it. They're saying this and they're saying that. Just because she's happy and she dances, okay, so what? Okay, her mind works.
roll, y'all.
Her elevator door works. Her door opens all the way up. I can't say that for the other one though. But anyway, your choice is your choice. You know, just make sure that you check out our
Make sure y'all go and check out Gutter. What's your favorite food that you like cooking? What's your main thing?
I love all types of different foods, but my favorite is Hispanic food. I love Mexican food.
Oh, okay.
You will never go wrong with Hispanic food. They know how to flavor their food very well. 2, it does not take much to feed a village when it comes to Mexican food, Hispanic food. You could take a pot of beans, you could take a pot of rice, you could take a low chicken, dice it up, you could take a little bit of ground beef, you could take some corn asada, corn, put it on a flat top, make you some tacos, and there you go. Dice you go in the garden, get you some cilantro and some green, and dice it up, some tomatoes, and man, come on, baby, and you'll never go wrong. Whether it's a burrito, whether it's a taco, whether it's Spanish rice, whether it's a tostada, and then come on now, and then you want to get into the shrimp and the fish. They know how to dice it up, cut it up, throw it on the grill, deep fried, and come on. I love my Spanish love. That's our cousins in our generation, so don't sleep.
So
and my family as well. My family as well is Spanish.
Definitely, Indian native.
Right.
Where you think Pocahontas came from?
All right now.
Got a little black in her.
Exactly.
And a little
I think
Spanish.
everybody got a little bit of something.
Yes,
everybody
they
got
do,
a dab of this, a dab of that. You
That's
know,
what this
it just
world is
depends
made
on
of.
what you wanna
Ingredients.
blast out where you from.
Most
you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Spanish food and stuff like that.
That's my favorite.
I have a friend in New York, Renee. She's mixed, half Spanish, black, and I remember we used to be outside and people used to be popping their crap to me, the Spanish girls and whatnot, and then all of a sudden she hit them with because they never knew that she thought that she was black, you know, just by the way you look at her. But her favorite thing for me was rose. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right. Rose con pollo. You do that?
Right. Yeah.
That was my favorite dish
that
she made all the time with the Spanish food and whatnot. Hanging out with her. Flavored my Spanish. Even though I'm from the Bronx and New York and all of that, we grew up with the Puerto Ricans. But if you didn't actually hang out with a Puerto Rican, you didn't get that full Spanish, Puerto Rican flavor of that food. So where are you originally from?
I'm originally from California. Los Angeles, California.
All right.
West Coast to Best Coast.
All right. So I know you got some stories from back then in California days
do
and
I?
whatnot.
Yes, indeed. Do
All
I?
that good stuff.
Where can I start?
Did you start in Cali with this?
With the cooking, did you start out there?
Yeah, that's funny. Like, cooking has, and I was talking to my mom, and she was just iterating the timeline of me starting to cook, and it never like really fathomed in my head like the courses that I took to where I am today.
So what do you want to do?
And it was never on my radar to be a great chef. It was never on my radar to own my own catering business or nothing. But as the course of time, like I would say probably in the late 90s, early 2000s, I thought about a food truck. You know, and that was only because, like in California, they used to call our food trucks roach coaches because only people that really had them were Hispanic. So either you loved them or you didn't like them. So if you didn't like them, but you patronized their food, it was a roach coach, you know. So I always thought, and I just seen their grind and how they always did things, and I knew that was a money maker. But there was not many. So I said, man, what if I ever got me a food truck but just did it my style? And at the time, California, they were very strict on them and everything.
And all of that.
So one time I took a travel coming to Atlanta, and it was a festival. Actually, I think it was the Auburn Festival. And I seen all these food trucks and all these different type of food menus and vendors, and it just opened up my mind and said, that's the lane I want to be in. And I said, hey, why not this be a perfect place? I can't do it in California right now, so why not try to merge to Atlanta and maybe come out here and from there doing the research, what it takes, you know, your license, your health inspection, how much it costs, your zoning, where you can be, you know, you have to do your research. Don't just think that you're getting into something and want to do it, because it'll bite you in the butt.
It's sure not
you know
good,
what I mean?
because back in the day, when I was young, I used to dabble into the catering business. I was doing wedding cakes. I was more like a cake maker.
Bakery.
And all of that stuff like that. And then once again came down here and worked at Chateau and blah, 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 and all of that good stuff like that. But it got really draining and, you know, too much for me being in the kitchen with all of that heat. And then I had the high blood pressure. I know I was going to fall in the pot of stew. Next you know, you can eat me for dinner and stuff like that. And after I burned myself one time, I said, oh, hell no, I'm done with the whole cooking and whatnot like that. So I'm glad you are the cook. So we know where we want to go, but we want infused foods. I'm sitting, so I can't even talk. I'm sitting here still
Let me
waiting
ask
to
you
rest.
this, all the foods, do you do any food, like African food, Mexican, Puerto Rican food, Indian food, Asian food?
Yes.
Can you infuse any of those dishes?
All of them.
Because I'm Cameroonian. So.
I can infuse all of them.
Anything that they
Anything that you desire to eat can be infused.
Okay.
Yes.
So it wouldn't deter from the taste.
Not at all. Did you taste any cannabis butter in there?
It's good, but I'll eat
She gonna eat her. That
But
little
just
dab will do it. I think that little dab got her.
Nibbling.
I do.
It was just a nice, but more of the flavor.
More the flavor, right. It's very good. It's very tasty.
That's what I
It's very
Most
well
definitely.
blended. It's very well blended. There's not a harsh taste, ladies and gentlemen. It's very good. It's very very well.
It's like if you didn't say it, we wouldn't have known.
Right.
If you didn't know that's what
I would have
we
known because I would have been.
You would have been leaned over to the side and you would have went, what happened? I think that little dab got your little lean to the side anyway.
No, I'd be like, okay, G, I'm home, G.
But she got to drive home, but I'm
drive
going to
home.
eat mine because I'm home.
And I must tell my truth. Like you asked me where I came from. You're looking at a person that's, you know, straight from the streets. You know, I was raised in a good family to where it turned dysfunctional. To where it led me to being a prodigy of the streets, where we call the hood. From the ground up, you know, I had some struggles, some trials, tribulations, was involved in gangs, the whole 9 yards, being shot at, and this and that and the other, you know, many fist fights, being incarcerated, the whole 9 yards. But one thing that I've never failed to do is give up on my higher power.
There you go, right there, y'all.
There you go.
That's the
Did you
turn
start
of
out in
black.
Compton or were you somewhere else in Cali?
I'm a realm of Los Angeles, California,
Okay.
meaning to say I was born in South Central.
Okay.
You're looking at a prodigy of the
You got there with the
1992
Yeezys and all
riots.
of that.
You
Going on,
know,
the music and all
riots
that.
popped off. I was in the midst of it. You know, I've been in Watts. I've had places in Compton. You know, San Pedro, Hawthorne, Inglewood, Inglewood.
All right.
You know, Venice Beach, Culver City.
Yeah.
You know, it goes
It
on
goes
and on.
on, the list
Long
goes
Beach,
on,
you know
so.
what I mean? I've been all up. My feet have saturated all those grounds. I have sea walk all over in those boundaries.
I'm gonna have to learn that dance. I'm gonna have to learn the sea walk.
When they say they not like us, trust me, they not like us.
They ain't like
You
us.
know,
Yeah, that is too.
I'm from the grounds work to where when you get fly is the point in time. T-shirts, khakis, and Cortez is getting fly. You know what I'm talking about?
So you was out
yeah.
there with the Tupacs, the Biggie
Most
Smalls,
definitely,
the Snoop Dogs, and all of
Yes.
that music era.
The whole
Easy E's. I said Biggie
in
Smalls.
in
he's
the
from
foots
up top,
of it,
but,
and
you know, all of that.
one
You
of the
said you was
areas
there.
I was raised up is they shot First Fridays there.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Gary F. Gray, a prodigy of the
remember that.
neighborhood.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
T-Bone from the Lynch Mob, a
Hey.
group from Ice Cream Group
Yes.
in our neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
You know, we have
What's up?
many athletes and entertainers in our neighborhood, and you know, just a part of that life. You know what I mean?
Did you mix with them, like meet them, the stars, where we would look at them
They're
as
my family.
stars, but they was like, that was my homeboy from the block. What
There you
mean?
go. There you go.
Okay.
His pocket just was a little bit deeper
Yeah,
than mine.
that's
That's
all.
about
That's
it.
all. That's all.
We put our pants on and our shoes the same way.
The same
You know,
way.
we go outside, drink a 40, fist fight
Right,
the next
right.
day. You know, all that ass stuff. All that ass stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching _USA. And our guest is Gunnar Lane. He is a chef, and he has infused foods and menus. And you can actually direct
Kick this a
message
little
him.
bit over here. I
And
done
find out
kicked
what
them with the
what he
wings.
does.
I can't give Liberty none. She can't eat none of this at all, but she really be running around like she crazy. and
But his
whatnot.
infused dishes are great. He
And
has
they're
some
great,
shrimp. I can't
and then
touch
make
the shrimp.
sure that
But
I'm
chicken-
gonna eat just shrimp.
The chicken, and he has some infused butter.
And
as
the
well.
infused butter that you can put in all your dishes, spaghettis and foods to cakes and bacon stuff like that.
Yes, I
And
love
you can put it
infused
all,
cakes.
and like he just told you part of his story. He's from Cali, he's worldwide, he's been from here to there, you know, had some hard times. And guess what? The most important thing he said was his higher power, believing that he is not going to give up, got him to where he is. All these years later, a master chef for regular food and also a master chef for infused foods too. So don't think that, you know, make sure you tell him what you want first. He's not going to just infuse the food just to be infusing it. That's like a specialty.
For sure.
You would have to specialty.
Just like your
order.
higher power gave you a choice, I
Mhm.
give you a choice as well.
Exactly.
And also, he said that his infused foods help you with your ailments.
Exactly.
Your leg pain.
Right.
Because he had a person that actually ingested his food
Uh-huh.
and was not using her cane anymore.
Anymore. So,
Correct.
So,
Correct.
you know, check
True
him
story.
out.
Mhm.
Check him out and show your love. Give him some support.
right.
And that's the main thing that I do it for. It's not about the gimmicks. It's not about the gangs. It's not about just smoking and
Right,
want
right.
to toke and have cannabis
Just be
butter.
high
for
all
food.
the time.
It's
and
to
stuff.
reach out and help someone.
Mhm.
Really,
Right,
indeed,
right.
you know, because it's a lot of people that's out there that can't really smoke because of their job.
Right.
There's a lot of people that can't smoke because they don't like to cough or to inhale, take
Mm-hmm.
like that. But to do this and be able to please you and soothe you in a whole different way, and to be able to help you, that's a blessing to me.
Right.
And when I see that smile on your face, I know I did a great job.
Yeah. You see me smiling?
Yes.
I was over here licking
Over here.
fingers and sucking chicken bones, having a good old time.
That's
and
what I'm talking
and that's what we do over here on Cougarville. We
For
try to
sure.
have and mostly have a good time. And like Gigi always say, we ain't out here chasing it. I am. I don't. She's not single. I am, so I be on the check now.
No, I'm a widow. I'm a widow.
Now I'm chasing that. Sometimes the chase is good when you can chase back and forth. Long as the other person is, receiving the chase and y'all are doing it back. But I do it sometimes.
Hey, who's up here? Your face.
There's a special.
Right.
There's a special in my life, but yeah, I'm a widow, and I'm just out here chilling and having a good time, enjoying Mr. Gutter Lane. And,
yeah, we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. I should have had my list. Remember, I had told you I had found the list or the. Oh, I found it.
Let him go ahead and give his direct message. He's the young again, right quick.
Most definitely, y'all once again can reach me at Gutter Lane. That's GUTTAHLANE. Or you can get at my brother, my twin, my Gemini loved one, identical, Tony Dickens. That's TONY_DICKUNZ. Tony Dickens. And he loved MZ. Yes. And he loved y'all women, for sure.
A direct twin.
It's twins. I thought it was just one. Now y'all found out it's two.
And
y'all Gemini.
his special on our segment is ear gas. He loves to talk to the women about situations they going through, and he'll give you his
well
point
then
of
we
view.
need him on the show.
Yeah.
And we can all sit down and talk. I would love to get him up on
he-
the show.
he would
Get him
love
up here on
Cougar
the
Beef.
show so we
He'll
can
love Cougar
Oh
Beef.
yeah, right.
Okay.
So the list for the Cougarvilles, I found it online. They were saying from 0 to 12, which we're not really counting them, they're house cats. 13 to 17 are bobcats. 18 to 21 are wildcats. 22 to 29 are lynx. 30 to 39 are pumas. 40 to 49 are cougars. 50 to 59 are jaguars. 60 to 68 is a panther. So I'm not even a cougar, I'm a panther, y'all. All right. So then you got 69, they just pussycats. And then you got the 70 to 79s, they cheaters. And you got the 80 to 89-year-olds, they're leopards. God willing, you're 90 to 99, you're a tiger. And God willing, if you live to 100, you're a lioness.
I guess I'm gonna get
That's the rundown.
But we're still Cougarville, and we're out here chasing our dreams and our passions, and sometimes the guys once in a while. And we're just out here having fun and just spreading the word. On a sexy Saturday, it's Cougarville _USA with Queen Gigi. She's also an author. She writes books and playwrights and all of that. So if you need a book written, make sure that you look up Queen Gigi. She also got the licensed certified coach for positive connections. Infused Foods, Gutter Lane. Make sure that you look him up on all websites worldwide. He got the food for your liking, your taste buds, and I'm just booking.
And you guys,
I get around sometimes.
I want to say, you guys, you can also get our t-shirts on bonfire.com. It's bonfire, www.bonfire.com/Cougarville. And also, I'd like to say before we close that remember, you guys, we always say this, that reputation is what men and women talk about, but character is what God and the angels talk about. So what is your character?
And this is a little something, just real a little something.
You do give away gifts.
Yeah, we do give away gifts and prizes.
Appreciate
Just a
that.
little something on the
Love,
side. Just a little
love.
okay.
It's nothing much. It's
Like that.
just love.
Yeah, but when we do it again, we're gonna make sure we get back with Gutter Lane on another show. We're gonna come on his side of town and show up at his episode and find out more about what he's talking about. And when you go back on a repeat to watch this, just know one thing, that he is certified in everything that he does. He has license, everything. He's been doing this for years. And even if you want to find out like different strands of weed and stuff like that, make sure that you hit him up. He's well knowledgeable in everything that he do. And we so loved and appreciate that he came out and spent time with us today. Hey.
You guys check us out. Make sure that you check us out, and also don't forget to drop by Cougarville_USA. Give us a shout out, show us your love. Don't forget to direct message him, Gutter Lane, and his brother is also Tony.
Oh yes, Tony, and we got to get Tony on the show and find out what Tony wants to talk about.
Yeah, check us out. And also, we're gonna have another show about African diaspora, and we're gonna have some foods there. We're gonna talk about the culture and the life, because I'm Cameroonian white, so you know that's part of it.
Hey.
All right, and then I go on to Jamaica sometime. Don't let me knock you and give you a nudgy.
Check me out on Spotify. I have a podcast on Spotify, Queen Gigi 1015, and there are 2 podcasts up right now. So it's called
she had a win, y'all. It's over. She had a win. She said she was waiting till she go home. She had a wing.
The music got me. It's called Caregiver Burnout.
It's a wrap.
That's Cougarville_USA. So you guys check it out. It's talking about Africa and
all that good stuff.
See you later.
I like to say, y'all stay tuned for my 6th season of Late Night Munchies coming in October the 15th. Stay tuned, 10:30, live Tuesday. We going, so you need to come on in.
All right,
we really gonna be lit here. Yeah, it's going down. The show. That is my 6th season. Late Night Munchies Infused Food Podcast Show. Tap in. I already got a special guest. You
all right. Tap in, y'all.
And I like to tell y'all for sure, don't forget and believe that you can make it. Believe that. Exactly. I done came from the trap house to the trap kitchen. Whoa. And if I can do it, you can too. For sure. Believe that. Believe in yourself. When they say don't, they say you can't. When they say stop, when they say look the other way, keep straight. Stay in your own lane.
Right,
my love. It's your boy Gutter Line. From the carpool to the gutter line. If it don't make dollars, it's all nonsense.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Say good night to you guys, and thank you, Gutter Lane.
Y'all know I gotta get up and meet you.
Blessings, my lady.
Thank you. You guys tune in. Don't forget to show some love and support.
I didn't get to say hi to everybody, but it is what it is.
Thank you.